Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for technically another episode in my mini makeover series because today's project is pretty small, but it's also technically a separate mini series of its own. As you can see here, I have a new pair of Crocs, which are my favorites, like home comfy shoes. I love them to be at home in, like house slippers or however you want to call it, chanclas if you speak Spanish. And as you can see here, I have these 3 packs of Croc charms. Well, they're not like licensed by Croc or anything like that. So I guess they're like off-brand. Um, and for today's video, and for like, gonna be a mini series, I guess. I don't know if they're gonna come out like back to back or however it works out with me finishing them, but I'm going to be working through these 3 bags, and I'm not going to be painting over all of them because there are some that I actually really like on their own that I think they're really cute. Um, but there are some that like the colors I don't really love, or just some small little details I want to like change here and there. Just some like little nitpicky things that, since I am someone who paints over things and it's something I like to do, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And I'm going to be doing 3 for each video, and I believe it's going to be in total 3 videos of this, to fully customize the ones that I want to put on these new Croc shoes. I chose for that first bag that you can see here me opening, but when I was looking through them, I kind of realized that there were only 2 that I really wanted to change, which was that flower and that bow that I pushed to the side. And when I was looking at the others, one of them had 3 that I wanted to change, and then the other one had 4. And because of that, I did end up opening up a second bag, which technically I wasn't going to do and wasn't the plan, but here are the 3 that I am choosing to give a mini makeover to. I'm starting with the same thing I usually start all of my projects with, which is a base coat. And I'm not really sure what the best paint for this is. It's not fabric, but I am using fabric paint because these things tend to bend and move around a bit on the shoe, and depending on like what you're doing with the shoes, they can bend and twist, and just they're not like going to be flat all of the time. Even when I was just like looking at them, they were bending a little bit. And acrylic paint doesn't really stretch or bend at all. It'll crack and break, so I figured fabric paint would be the best. And I honestly had no issues with it like sticking to whatever material this is. So I am assuming that the fabric paint is going to be just fine. So far, I haven't had any issues with it sticking or peeling. I haven't put them on the shoes yet because I'm waiting for them all to finish or to be done, but they also didn't take like a crazy amount of coats. I think I did 2 or 3 base coats of white, and then 2 or 3 colors like base coats of the regular color, and then the details, which honestly the hardest part about doing this is because it is such a small scale, is getting like nice clean details, and also just holding it, especially this like tiny flower kept wanting to fall all over the place. And I did get a lot of paint on my fingers and nails, but honestly other than that it wasn't that bad, and I really enjoyed painting them, which I usually don't like working on mini projects like this, which is why I started my mini makeover series, because it's not something I really like to do, but it's a nice and fun thing to do. And honestly, it's also a good excuse because sometimes it's nice to do a simple project like this. Besides like the small scale, the painting that I'm doing is like really nothing spectacular or special. I'm just mostly just changing the colors. And with the pink flower, the small one with like the little pearl in the center, I basically just lightened the color a little bit, which again is just a very nitpicky thing of mine that I just really wanted to do. But here is how the 3 mini makeovers came out. These 3 Croc charms. I personally like them a lot more now, especially the blue flower. I think from this set, it's my favorite. I just really like how the blue and yellow look together. The bow is probably my least favorite. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but I'm hoping that it'll look good with the others that I'm going to be painting in my next coming videos of this mini series. But thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed. Bye!